Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fortitude. Today I'm excited to do a game where the river surges in sunlight and we are going to be looking at a scenario. So I haven't done a lot of scenarios on the channel. Actually, I don't think I've done any. But scenarios are another way to switch up the regular game rules. So they might, have an impact on the regular game rules. They might impact the win or loss conditions or just some stuff to do with the adversary or spirit. So today we are going to be playing with the Blitz scenario. Alright, so let's go through the scenario and then we'll get into the game. Alright, so scenario Blitz. Perhaps the spirits of the island are not so slow after all, but still, the invaders are faster. This scenario is notably harder for slow developing spirits. So example, Serpent would be a spirit that takes a long time to come online, and then if paired with Brandenburg Prussia, which pushes tempo in a different way. Okay, so what does the scenario do? This scenario can be fun for anyone to try, but is particularly meant for players who find they prefer a more play and resolved style of game to planning ahead required by Spirit's slow powers. Okay, so basically, I guess let me go over the rules and then I can cover the scenario in a nutshell. Okay, so the rule changes are that all powers are fast. So powers which were already fast or made fast cost 1 less energy. For innate powers and power cards costing 0, instead gain an energy. So that is like an insane mechanic switch. I love that. When exploring per board, add an additional explorer. So you're kind of baking in France adversary into this scenario. That's cool. And then if the island becomes blighted, put 1 less blight per board on the blight card. So that's just one way to kind of manage the blight threshold. And then setup changes. And this is really interesting for Blitz. So put an additional blight per board on the blight card. And the intention is that you're basically going to have a turn 1 ravage the way the scenario plays out, because the second part of setup is saying the invaders get an additional set of actions at the end of setup. So they will explore, then build and explore. So on turn 1, you're going to have a ravage. And that is where this additional blight per board comes in. So that's kind of giving you a buffer against that speed that the invaders will gain. So I hope this was clear. Let's get into the game and then I'll showcase what the scenario is and then how much fun it is with River, especially if you're playing into like Brandenburg Prussia. Okay, I have all the expansions and everything enabled. Let's get into it. So we are playing on board E. Starting explore is sands and mountains. So remember the scenario. So they're going to do a explore, build and explore. Okay, and then I need to add an additional explore. That is again from this rule right here. So where should we add that? Let's add that. I think I'll just throw it in my beast. I guess I'll throw it in my E2. Okay, so they perform an extra set of actions at the end of setup. So they build right away and then they explore right away. So that is very interesting. I'm going to throw the town here. And then I need to add another additional explorer. There we go. So we are having 4 lands ravaging on turn 1. That's fun. And then we have back-to-back mountains. All right. Well, let's see how this goes. Basically, I added the town because this was an escalation for the mountains. So I'm going to do the standard river opening, like nothing too crazy. I'm just going to go bottom track, try to unlock massive flooding as soon as I can. So let's say jungles hasn't come up, right? So I'll throw a presence there and I will throw a presence here. And I'm going to do the standard opening. So play both of these cards. The benefit is that... what was I going to say? Yeah, everything is fast basically. Okay, so the way it works is like if the power card is slow, then you don't get that additional energy. But if you play anything, so you can already see that Boon of Vigor is now -1. So basically that means every time I play this card, it's going to give me an energy. And Flash Floods, which is usually a 2-cost card, is now a 1-cost card. So that's a pretty neat rule change that the scenario introduces. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to make E2 like my absolute dump land. So I'm just going to throw anything and everything into that land. So my mountains is solved for the next turn. I'll be taking a blight and then a blight cascade, and then I can solve one of these lands. So I guess we can rely on, well, we won't even get like a blight event. I mean, an event beast to impact. And actually I was kind of hoping to solve this land, but I cannot because I do not have a sacred site. So I'm just going to stop a ravage here. I'm going to throw it. I'm actually going to throw it over here. And then let's rescue that Dahan, so I will do that. Okay, so we are taking 2 blight on turn 1. Mountains build, and then it's jungles, and then we need to add a town. Okay, I'm going to throw it in the beast land. Actually, I could just go ahead and throw it here. Let's do that. And then I need to add an extra explorer. So I will do that. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna cascade. So let's roll with that plan. Let's put a presence here. Now I already know that I'm gonna take a blight in this land, cascading from this mountain. So I'm not gonna throw a presence in that land yet. I'm instead gonna throw a presence in this wetland. So we have another secret site. Let's go ahead and reclaim River's Bounty, and we can play all these 3 cards. Okay. So we do have Flash Floods. I do have my Innate, so I'm gonna do my Innate over here. So doing 2 damage, and then I can push up to 3. Where do I want to push it? So mountains has come, jungles has come. This could either be like a coast, wetlands, or sands. So I guess I can push. I'll just take a risk and I'll throw everything in my wetlands. I think that's fine. I have Boon of Vigor. I'll just target myself. Flash Floods. I'll just reduce it down over here. And then River's Bounty, I guess I will do it over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, ignore that. Okay, we got some beast damage. Nice. Okay, so we got the Hand Defend. So we need to cascade. We are going Blighted. That's fine. Okay, +1 energy and +1 card play. I mean, sure, let's keep it. Actually, do I want to keep it? +1 card play. Okay, that's insane. Because that means that I can get Massive Flooding a turn earlier. Okay, and we need to escalate. So I'm just going to throw this down into this mountain. I think that's fine. We need to add an extra Explorer, so I can go ahead and do that. Just trying to think. I mean, this Blight card is super nice for us because, yeah, I can just do a lot with it. Just going to throw an extra Explorer here. So since we have that extra card play and we are at three plays, we can pretty easily do Massive Flooding right now if I want. So I'm going to reclaim, go for a minor. I mean, if I play Spur, and so if I play 3 cards and Spur, I can bring in like all my cards. But other than that, Spur isn't doing much. I was kind of looking for a defend for this land. I did not get it, but I think that's still fine. Let me see. I mean, Voracious works too, because Voracious is doing 2 damage, and I can pair Voracious with Flash Floods. I'll need to solve this land. So if I'm hit with mountains, I'm not gonna be happy. Let's... Oh, I guess we have Gold's Allure, right? So I could play Gold's Allure and Wash Away, and then reclaim Wash Away. Maybe that's a play. So even though I have this extra card play, I am not going to use it. I'm just going to do this here, gather you and you. Actually, yeah, I think that's fine. And we can wash away these guys here. Technically, I shouldn't do it this way. I think I should wash away everything from here and then gather from there. But I'll be greedy. Okay, add a blight to land adjacent to... That's not us. Okay, destroy 1. Okay, that's fine. So we are in a pretty good spot at this point. Okay, jungles and sands is totally fine. We need to add an extra explorer. Let's add it here. Wish there was a way I could throw the Han in there. That's fine though. Let's reclaim, wash away here. I'm gonna make some more sacred sites. I guess I do clear out that land now that I think about it. And we'll throw you over here. Why not? Now I'll play all these 4 cards and everything is in fast. So I'm gonna be able to do max level massive flooding in fast. So that's nice. Thinking of doing it here just because this is a problem land for me. Before I do that, let's go ahead and get some Dahan in this land so that it counter attacks during the Ravage. Get some even more energy going. We will wash away this jungle dude to this land and then we will wipe this out. Then we also have flash floods. So I could just use flash floods to deal with this guy. Okay, I can destroy 2 presents, so I will go ahead and do that. Let's see what I want to destroy. I guess I can destroy you. And you. Added the Han to a coastal land, I mean, sure. Sands Ravage, come on. Yeah, I was hoping it would be mountains. Extra Explorer we will throw in here. So I'm going to clear this entire thing out, and then this we'll try to solve. So let me reclaim here. And I can play all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards plus 1 from the Blight card. So that's nice. Let's go for another miner. I mean, yeah, disorienting is great. I mean, any of these cards work. I could also rely on Quicken for some defend. But yeah, I'm just going to pick disorienting. And let's play all these cards. And everything is in fast. So you can imagine the craziness that's going on. Let's throw it into the mountains. We will wash away everything into this guy. Yeah, I don't even know what this land is anymore. Like 12 explorers, 5 towns, 2 cities, 2 blight. If it ravages, it does 25 damage. Oh man. Doesn't matter because I'm going to do flash floods. So let's ping both the cities once. And then we will take it away with massive flooding there. Wipe it all clean. Man, that feels nice. Okay, and then we have just some more fun things to do on the board. I mean, Gold's Allure is not doing anything. Now, you cannot use this in the slow, so I'm not going to play Gold's Allure, but just to show you guys, like, it's not going to actually do anything for us. Okay. Eager Explores, okay. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. I do not want to push anything. Wetlands build. And then guess I'll throw something here. And it's sands and wetlands, okay. And we will just throw one guy over here, why not? So you see, I did not get to play Gold's Allure. That makes sense because, I mean, there's no slow powers basically. Like the scenario completely removes slow powers from the game. So I can just reclaim. Let's go for a major. We are sitting on 16 energy. Might as well go for one. Hey, we can do some sea monsters, fun stuff. Let's do that. Let's forget Gold's Allure. Let's play all these cards. Why not? And we will top off the game. I'm gonna play disorienting. Just make it slightly more efficient. I guess. Yeah. Let's do a full board clear. Let's push you over here. Let's do flash floods over here. Let's do wash away over here. Let's make some more Dahan because that's always fun. Let's get some more energy. Then we'll do sea monsters in the wetlands. We can do 3 damage. So I'm gonna ping the city once and then like that. And then we clean up the game with a massive flooding. Look at that. And just as we hit Terra level 2, we also get the win. So yeah, that was the Blitz scenario. I hope you guys got an idea about how crazy and fun this scenario is. And even though the scenario itself says that like Prussia isn't the most ideal adversary for the scenario, like River just has too much control and board clear potential to face like any difficulties from Prussia. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the drafts that we had. So we did not draft to defend, but we got disorienting. I think that was my second draft. We also forgot Gold's Allure, and then sea monsters is always nice. And being able to play it in the fast is just crazy on a lot of spirits. And yeah, looking at the events, the fear cards that we discarded, the invader deck RNG. Yeah, that was a fun game. I hope this demonstrates the potential of the scenario. If you haven't tried it out, then I highly encourage you to. Just before we wrap up, like a few spirits that I would say would work well with this scenario are Many Minds comes to my mind because Many Minds has like a lot of zero cost powers that you could play. Plus it'll give you energy if you play like zero cost fast powers because it'll have like a -1 energy, so you'll instead like gain an energy. And yeah, it'll open up a lot of options. You can also play this on green. It's fun on green. And I mean, even on Serpent. I honestly haven't played this scenario in multiplayer games, but I'm sure it's equally fun. So yeah, let me know. This was the first scenario video on the channel, and I'll be doing some more from time to time. See you all in the next one. Bye.